can see forever in all directions. If only you look, she said, you can see forever in all directions. You can see forever, you can see forever.
Can't believe it. We've just cycled into a town called Altamura just to pick up some morning bread, and Italy's largest cycling race is coming straight through this town in about 5 minutes, and we just can't believe our luck that we just happened to rock up here, come to the bakery, and coming right through is this cycle race that races all the way around the whole of Italy. Things are hotting up so much in Italy that we can't even cycle in the middle of the day anymore. So we've decided to do what the locals do and take a 2 or 3 hour siesta in the middle of every day. And luckily we pulled into this village and grabbed ourselves some lunch and found this old-fashioned clothes washing trough, which is absolutely perfect for us because, as you can imagine, being on the road, clothes get pretty dirty and there's not always somewhere to wash them.
But we're still in the south of Italy. We've come off the mountains now and we're on the flatlands of southeast Italy on our way to Brindisi. And it's about 9:30 in the morning and the temperature is already, it's about 30 degrees already, so we've got a hot day ahead of us. But this is Italy. There are people sitting down on chairs all around us, socialising, and this is what we're going to really take from this country. It's a crazy country where people just don't seem to care about the environment, but we're loving it because people are there everywhere, just talking to each other, just sitting down and watching the world go by and just having the most social time in the world. So it's going to be a shame to leave this place. We're loving it, but we've only got a few more days to go before we head over to Greece.
After 2 months in Italy, we finally arrived at a sign that says Brindisi, which means we're going to be there within a couple of hours. And then our ferry is waiting for us and it's going to take us over to Greece. Welcome to Greece! Athens has been continuously inhabited for over 7,000 years. You would have thought in that time they might have worked out a way of dealing with all the pollution, but they haven't. 4 million Greeks and half the country's cars fight for space here in Athens, making it one of the most polluted cities in the world. So, before we get swallowed up by the Athenian underworld, we're going to jump back on our bikes and head off to the place where the Olympics began. The Olympics first started thousands of years ago in Olympia, and apart from the 2 world wars, they've been held every 4 years ever since in major cities around the world. And very soon, Sydney's name will be carved in stone, along with Barcelona, Atlanta and all the others.
We've left the big mountains of Greece behind us, and it's really exciting because over there is Turkey, leaving the European Union behind us and heading over to what looks like slightly flatter lands, which could be slightly easier cycling for us. But this is amazing coming between the 2 countries because it was virtually impossible for us to find any information out about ferries over to Turkey, because the Greek government have passed laws making it very difficult to obtain that information, which is crazy. But these are 2 countries that nearly went to war 4 years ago over a few lumps of rock, like that one over there in the middle of the sea. So this is recent history, this is recent tension, but we're excited. We can't wait to get to Turkey. This is sort of like where Asia begins, not far into Turkey. This is exciting territory for us. The journey's really happening. Istanbul wasn't the polluted nightmare we'd been led to expect. There's a modern tram system and there's soon to complete an underground system there as well, which is really helping with the pollution. There's buses and trams everywhere. So is this sustainability in action? We're not sure, and unable to find a single environmentalist in a city of 9 million people. We're going to search for some answers on the next continent.
Istanbul's a really special city. It's actually divided on 2 continents. Half of Istanbul is in Europe and half of Istanbul is in Asia behind us. So today is really significant because we're actually saying goodbye to Europe and saying hello to Asia, Bike2Oz style. after 5,500 kilometres, I've just had my first puncture. And we've only got 35 more Ks to do before the end of the day, but we've got a really strong headwind. And so everything's blowing around, there's dust and grit everywhere and loads of big trucks on the road, and we've now got to take all my panniers off and turn the bike upside down and change tyres. But hey, I should be grateful because this is my first ever puncture and Kev's had 7 already. Woohoo! It's the first time I've ever taken a tyre off by myself. That one. Okay, I've managed to locate the hole. And you can tell if it's a hole because it makes bubbles when you put water on it. It's quite pretty really, isn't it? I'm gonna have great biceps after this.
You can see